I wanted to give an example of our certified used engines. So this is a John Deere 6.8 liter. It's a manual fuel pump. So it has manual injectors. It's not a high pressure common rail. We take the fuel system and the air system off and just do valve covered oil pan. So when we do that, we make that engine a lot more, it fits a lot more applications in that state. So here's the testing procedures. We do an oil pressure test. We do a compression test. Then we do a cylinder leak down test. Sorry, I went the wrong way. So pressurize the cylinder to 100 PSI with air. All cylinders maintain 85 PSI. The spec on that is 80 to 90% of air pressure. So it's within spec. We do a lower end inspection. Move the oil pan, spot check number 2, number 5 main bearings. The results here were bearings and crankshaft show no signs of wear. Inspect the oil pump. We replace the oil pan gasket. Then we check the camshaft and lifters. Camshaft and idlers. I'm trying to read this while I video it. Inspect the front gear train. That's viewable without removing the timing cover. Inspect the camshaft while rotating the engine over. Camshaft, gear train show little galling or chipping. Clean the debris, gasket material from the engine. Inspect the cylinder liners with bore scope. Crosshatch was evident, indicating minimal liner wear. Liners appear to be in excellent condition or excellent shape. Then we do a valve adjustment. Then here's all the parts that were put on it. So valve cover gasket and O-rings, new water pump and gasket, front and rear oil seals or crankshaft seals, John Deere oil filter tube, new gasket on the oil filter tube, 6 new injectors, OTC hooks, and fuel injectors. Looks like we got some repeated in there. So it's been thoroughly inspected. We know that it's good. Because it's been through the testing procedures, we consider it to be certified. Anything we can put through an operational or OEM test to know that it's good would be certified. We do put our heat tabs on. So if you get the engine hot, that's going to show up. That would be a non-warrantable failure. So we want to make sure you got a good cooling system, which is part of the reason that we have our water pump on. We have our oil cooling system on. Those are things that are going to protect the replacement engine if you had a failure in yours. So each one of these engines will have its own unique build sheet or repair sheet. And if we get one that doesn't meet the spec, then that sheet will look a little different because it'll tell you that it's been, what we did to it in overhaul. So the whole idea of this is to get away from the word reman that most places use, and it's a very overused word. It's not a very understood word, and basically the customer makes assumptions that everything in it is brand new. Your OEM does not put everything in a reman XYZ brand new. Yes, the wear parts are new, same as ours. So it's just important to know. We would prefer to tell you what we did so that there's no misinterpretation, and you can make a good buying decision based off that information.